What's up, folks? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash, and today I'm here to talk about two things. One, the transfer deadline day is today. Yes, by 1 a.m. Kenyan time, that window will have shut down after being open on June 14th. So it will have run for Kedo, 14, 2 months, 10 weeks. Yes, and then I'm also here to talk about the Champions League draw. So let me start off with the Champions League draw that was made yesterday. It's called the League Phase Draw. I think I made a video, I definitely made a video explaining how the draw shall be done, and you saw it for yourselves. So let's look at how the big teams in the Premier League have been drawn. So let's start off with the incoming champions. I'm talking the Arsenal. So the Arsenal, in pot one, we were drawn with Inter Milan, which we shall go away to. The last time we played Inter Milan was in the 2003-2004 Champions League season. In that season, we won the Premier League. I'm not saying anything, but yes, history has a knack of repeating itself. Then, we have also been drawn alongside PSG, which we shall host them at the Emirates. In the pot two, we are drawn against Atalanta. We shall go to their home ground, and then we welcome Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, Shakhtar Donetsk, we all have a bone to chew with them, courtesy of Mikhailo Mudrik's deal. Walituvurutia chini, they did us dirty, so we are going to do them dirty when they come to the Emirates Stadium. Alright, in pot 3 we are drawn against Dinamo Zagreb and Sporting Lisbon. We go away to Sporting Lisbon, who have Gyökeres, who we might sign by end of this deadline day, or we might not. And then we host Dinamo Zagreb. In pot 3 we are drawn against Monaco, who we shall host, and we go away to Girona. So quite an interesting draw for the Arsenal. I think as an Arsenal fan, I'm okay with that draw. I'm not scared at all of Inter Milan. Let's check out how Man City, the outgoing Premier League champions, were drawn. So Man City were drawn against Inter Milan and PSG in pot 1, where they shall play Inter Milan at home. No, they play Inter Milan at home and they go away to PSG, yes. Then in pot 2, they were drawn against Club Brugge and Juventus. They go away to Juventus. Not easy, but not that hard. Juventus is not the same anymore. In pot 3, they were drawn against Feyenoord and Sporting Lisbon, where they go away to Sporting Lisbon. So Sporting Lisbon hosts Arsenal and Manchester City, two Premier League sides. They cannot play more than that. Then in pot 3, they were drawn against Sparta Praha, where they host them, and they go away to Bratislava. All right, that's how Manchester City were drawn. Real Madrid. No, let's check out Premier League teams before we go to the current Champions League winners. Liverpool were drawn against Real Madrid. So they host Real Madrid at Anfield. They have a knack of always meeting them. It's always a crazy fixture when these two teams meet. Then they go away to RB Leipzig in Germany. Then in pot 2, they were drawn against Bayer Leverkusen, where they host Bayer Leverkusen. So Xabi Alonso comes back to Anfield, and they go away to AC Milan. Tasty. Then in pot 3, they were drawn against Lille from France, where they host them, and then they go away to PSV Eindhoven, where their manager used to be their manager. Yeah, Ancelotti was previously PSV Eindhoven manager, no? Yeah. Alright, in pot 4, they were drawn against Bologna, where they host Bologna and they go away to Girona. So Girona plays Liverpool and Arsenal, two Premier League sides. Manchester City, I think I've mentioned Manchester City. Let's check out Aston Villa. Aston Vanilla were drawn alongside, I saw Juventus somewhere, give me a second. Aston Villa, where you are? Pot 4 teams with Goku Chini. Alright, I gotcha. Where you are, boy? There you are, Aston Villa. They play Bayern Munich at Villa Park. Tasty. Hey, Villa Park fans are gonna eat fine. Then they go away to RB Leipzig. So Leipzig plays Aston Villa and Liverpool, two Premier League sides. Then in pot 2, they were drawn against Juventus. They host Juventus. Interesting fixtures. And they go away to Club Brugge. So Club Brugge plays Aston Villa and Manchester City, two English sides. In pot 3, they were drawn to play home against Celtic, and they go away to Young Boys. In pot 4, where they will host Bologna, interesting, and they go away to Monaco. So Monaco hosts Arsenal and Aston Villa, two Premier League sides. Now, because of just the credibility and the pedigree they have in the Premier League, in the European stage, let me just mention Real Madrid and Barcelona. So Real Madrid, they were drawn against Liverpool from pot 1, like I mentioned, where they go away to Liverpool and Anfield. Then they host Borussia Dortmund. Quite interesting. A repeat of the final, by the way. Then in Port 2, they were drawn against AC Milan, where they host AC Milan at Santiago Bernabeu, and they go away to Atalanta. Then in Port 3, they were drawn against Salzburg, RB Salzburg, and Lille. In Port 4, they were drawn against Stuttgart and Brest. So Stuttgart, quite some interesting fixtures there. Then let me mention a bit of AC Milan and Borussia Dortmund. Now, Barcelona. Barcelona, they host Bayern Munich and they go away to Borussia Dortmund. Those were the teams from Port 1. In Port 2, they were drawn against Atalanta to host them at Camp Nou and they go away to Benfica. In Port 3, they were drawn against Young Boys where they will host them and they go away to Crvena. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Then in Port 4, they were drawn to host Brest and they go away to Monaco. Teams like, which one was I looking for? AC Milan, because of the pedigree they have. AC Milan, they go and host Liverpool at San Siro. Then they go away to Santiago Bernabeu, Port 1 teams. Port 2, they host Club Brugge and they go away to Bayer Leverkusen. In Port 3, they host Crvena and they go away to Dinamo Zagreb. In Port 4, they go and host Girona and they go away to Bratislava. So that's how the cookie crumbled as far as the Champions League draw was made. I was live on TikTok following it up. Absolutely had fun. I liked how the draw was made. All right. Now, in case you've heard, there are 5 Spanish sides and 5 German sides. No, 5 Italian sides and 5 German sides because of the coefficients where there was a team that was going to get an extra. There was a league that was going to get an extra slot. So it went to Germany and Italy. So that's that as far as the Champions League draw is done. I think Manchester City and Arsenal, the Premier League sides, they got some nice fair fixtures. Liverpool not so much. Aston Villa also kind of fair because the big teams that they do play against, they host them at Villa Park. It's not an easy place to go. Not at all. Alright, transfer deadline day. Now, it's today. It's going to be one to watch out for. It's going to be a cracker. It's starting off with madness. I mean, Arsenal were linked to Darwin Núñez. That's not going to happen. Now, yesterday we were linked with Raheem Sterling. Apparently, would be willing to take him if you don't pay any fee and if he takes a wage cut. God knows if that's going to be the case. As well as Neto, there's Neto, the goalkeeper for Bournemouth, is now being linked with Arsenal because the one guy we want from Espanyol, Joan Garcia, apparently Espanyol are not bulging as far as getting the release clause met is concerned. They're not bulging, so they want that release clause. So I don't know if Arsenal have already made 2 bids which have been rejected. The release clause is worth 30 million euros. We have made 20 million euros bid, I think like twice. It has been rejected, both of them. So yeah, let's wait and see how that's going to turn out. There is a belief that Arsenal will most definitely sign a forward / an attacker, but is it going to be a striker? Is it going to be a winger? That's the one thing we can't tell for sure. Chelsea still kind of having talks of getting rid of Sterling, of course, maybe getting in a striker. What is it going to be? I mean, we can't tell for sure. Sancho, is he going to eventually go to Juventus? Time will tell on that one. Liverpool, are they going to get a DM? It's seeming less and less likely. Time will tell on that one. So yes, the cookie is gonna crumble tonight. Of course, tonight we're gonna be having an Instagram live from 8 p.m. looking back at the Champions League draw in detail and also digesting further match day 3 of the Premier League, which is popping from tomorrow here. Arsenal have an early kickoff. Yes, it's gonna be tasty, man. I'm gonna be looking forward to that. You should be doing the same. What do you think about the Champions League draw? What do you think about the deadline day? Is Arsenal going to be signing anyone? Do you think Arsenal will sign anyone? I would like you guys to know. Oh, have you watched the previous episode of our Extra Digest podcast that dropped actually yesterday? Yeah, so go check it out. We did a detailed digest of match day 2 about Chelsea and Madueke dunking on them and talking shit about Wolves, about the Nicholas Jackson saga or a battle of mouthing against Obi Mikel, against Arsenal beating Villa and me being very demure about it, about Brighton beating Manchester United, again me being the gentleman that I am, being very demure about it and doing very demure celebration. So go check it out. I'm sure you're going to enjoy. Have fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. 10,000 subscribers.